Hi, today's good person to know is Andy Eustace. He's account executive at LinkedIn. His talk is on the tools that LinkedIn have developed specifically for salespeople to help them sell better. There are 30 million people working in the UK and 12 million use LinkedIn, so pretty much all the professionals in the UK are on it. And it's not about how they socialise and play, it's about what they do for a living and how you can actually reach out to these people. So can you imagine the potential? Andy says LinkedIn focuses on three things: hiring the right people, how to market to those professionals, and also the third element, the sales part of it, how to sell to those people. He says that you need to connect with everyone because it's a case of who you know, not what you know, and that to start off by having a really good profile so that you can reach out to these people. Tell them who you are and what you're doing. You can add presentations, videos, papers, just to get them interested in who you are. The premium tool for sales professionals is the Sales Navigator. It lets you find out what people you are interested in and see their profiles and connect with them via email, even if you don't know them. So in the Sales Navigator, there is the Lead Builder tool, which allows you to filter people based on position, seniority, discipline, what industry sector they're working in. And it's a way so that you can really target the people that you want to meet. And he concludes by saying having a professional profile is really important. Manage your networks and find content that keeps you current. I hope you enjoy this video. It's particularly relevant for anybody who's in sales, but also anybody who wants to maximise and really benefit from the huge potential there is on LinkedIn. So thank you for watching.
A little bit about what's happening with LinkedIn. Secondly, we've decided to produce some tools based on LinkedIn for salespeople. So we built some premium tools that are specifically for salespeople to help them to sell better. And then the third thing is that I just want to include some sort of gentle steps about if you're starting your journey with LinkedIn and social selling in terms of what you can do to help you just start to improve and take some gentle steps forward. First thing about LinkedIn, it is a phenomenal kind of growth story. There's probably about 30 million people working in the UK. And 12 million are members of LinkedIn. Pretty much all of the professionals in the UK are on LinkedIn in one form or another. So it really is a phenomenal database of people, what they're about, and the connections that they have. And it's how you can kind of tap into it and how you can use it to start to become really important. Really interested in professionals and what they do at work and not what they do outside of work. We talk about three businesses at LinkedIn. So we're really focusing on three things. We're talking about how we can use the LinkedIn platform to hire, market and sell. How you can use LinkedIn to hire people, so how do you get the best people, how do you get the right people for your organisation, how do you find those people? How do you market, so how do you use LinkedIn to market to professionals? And finally, and this is the bit of the business that I work in, which is the newest part of our business, which is how do you use LinkedIn to sell? You've got all of this information about people and their connections. How do you use LinkedIn to sell to those people? One of the things that I would encourage people to do is to start to connect in a sensible way. So to connect to people you know, connect to people that you do business with, connect to people that are going to be important to you, so that you start to build out your connection. And I'm constantly looking now to see how I can connect with people and how I can use those connections. Because we are moving to a world where who you know is increasingly important. As well as connecting to people, is start to think about what your profile looks like. And particularly in the sales world, because the more you use social media to reach out to people, the more they're going to be interested in you and your profile. So actually telling people who you are, what you're interested in, who your company is, and what they're interested in. Not only can you put kind of that sort of information on there, but you can also put a whole lot of information like videos, presentations, really things that can kind of get people interested in you and what you're doing. Tools that we have made available specifically for salespeople. Sales Navigator, three things. The first of which, it helps you to find the people that are interested in your products and services. The second thing is, as I mentioned before, it gives the ability to see more profile information. Knowing something about them through their profile, what we then want to do is to be able to contact them. And what we provide three different ways of doing that, which is through your own network, just as you do today. Build out your own network, and that's why increasing your network is really important. The second is through email, and you can send an email to any of the 225 million members. So it doesn't matter whether you're connected or not, whether you know them or not, doesn't matter. you can reach out to the 225 million members. Third way, to use not just your own network and how big that is, but the network of your whole organisation to reach out to people. So it will now start to show not only if you're connected, but if anybody in your company is connected to somebody that you're interested in talking to for whatever reason. The best thing about LinkedIn is it's got 225 million members. And the worst thing about LinkedIn is it's got 225 million members. For Sales Navigator, we have this thing called Lead Builder, and as well as the normal filters, it has lots of additional filters as well. So if you only want to find people who are VPs or directors, you can do that. If you only want to find people who work in a particular industry, like finance or IT, or you can do that. If you want to find people in a particular role, then you can do that as well. So for example, I could look for people who are directors in banks and work in IT or something like that. So you can do some really complex searches. And in this case, by doing all of these different filters, I can filter down from 225 million to 4 people who absolutely hit the criteria. So when I'm looking at profiles now, not only do I see my own connections, so if I was using a standard LinkedIn product, I'd probably just see this one here. But now I see all these other connections as well, because these are other people inside of my organisation who are connected through to this person, and I just click a button and say, I see that you know this person, would you mind introducing me? I'm going to leave you with these 3 things. The first is, I think having a professional profile is really important. The second thing is, I would say, start to manage your network. Start to reach out to people who are going to be influential for you and you can be influential for them, so that you can have a really good network. You'll be able to see what your own network looks like if you go to inmaps.linkedinlabs.com. And the final thing is, there are products now available specifically for salespeople to help them to be more productive and more effective. If you have a look at this website here, which is called training.linkedin.com/sales, there's lots of PowerPoints and recorded training sessions on there, which I think are really useful.